and the Marquoyer has it on that wing. Here's a shot. Henderson made a wild stab for spell. Here's another shot. Right in front of score. Henderson has scored for Canada.
The World Juniors, man. Exact what you were saying about Team Canada being bad boys, and you like that little edge.
Yeah, bad to the bone.
I don't know, man. That kind of completely just went against them.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think they were trying to be too bad. They collapsed at the ending. They took 2 bad penalties. First with the putting the hand on the puck, and then next one was in front of the net where McKenna cross-checked them in the face.
But it was such a one-sided game.
It was
I
crazy.
think completely, like, Czechia completely dominated them. It was such a karma thing, you know, after what happened in the group stages.
Yeah.
You know, the pat on the butt and everything. You liked it, I didn't, and then
I don't know, man. It's 3
I
years
felt
in a row
like
now.
it was just complete violence, you know.
3 years in a row.
Yeah.
Czechia, man. Who knows? They could play hockey.
Yeah, no, they're a great team. It just I don't know. I was watching that. I remember I'm sitting there watching the game, and one thing I've just noticed, and I start seeing it. I think everybody starts seeing the same thing that I was. The kids are so rich. They're from rich families, and the hunger was just. It felt like they were playing for themselves and not for the actual, you know, for the country, representing them. It didn't feel like patriotic from when you're watching it from the team's point of view.
Well, even you watch the next game when they played Finland, McKenna was like, "Oh, I gotta put on a show. My draft stock's tanking too much,"
exactly,
and puts on a show. I'm like, "Oh, you didn't really play that well in the game that really mattered, right?"
Yeah,
and even in the game against Czechia, it was crazy because it's like, you know, they take the lead, and then literally like 30 seconds later or like a minute later, Czechia comes back, and it's like crazy.
No, but it was just wave after wave of attacks over and over again. They just didn't know what to do. And whenever there was, you know, it was a counterattack or anything, they were gassed out. And then the play's going right back that way.
One thing I didn't like, it's not just Team Canada. A lot of teams, it's like they struggle to play defense this tournament.
Yeah.
It's like there was almost like not really.
They're
not
focusing more on the
much
offense.
offense and going forward.
Yeah. But that game with Sweden and Czechia, it was a great game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I had Sweden winning this tournament.
Oh yeah,
just watching them, it was they just looked like men amongst boys.
better. And even what's his name, the captain?
Oh, you're talking about Berglund? You're talking about the first, like the potential first overall.
Yeah. He had a good tournament
Stenberg,
too.
Yeah, he played great. I mean, a lot of people give him more respect now just watching that, saying that, you know, you definitely did exactly what you're supposed to. Has a respectable. He scored a goal in the finals as well. And I think it was great. Czechia, they tried hard, man. It was they weren't giving up.
What did you think about the Canada-Finland game?
I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't even watch it.
Okay.
After watching that Czechia game, I was just like, I was so discouraged. I was like, this is a team you guys brought.
I don't know. Like I was watching it, and it's like they showed up, but I'm like showed up to the wrong game, right?
Yeah.
And they dominated the Finland game, but it's a game too late. What do you think? Do you think any of the players like draft stock changed? Like, do you think like McKenna went down or Stenberg went up, or what do you think?
I just
or do you think like
no? I don't think. I didn't really see that. No, Team Canada. I don't think there's any player that is gonna get drafted where I felt like his stock went up. No.
Who do you think? So in your eyes, who's because right now it's what McKenna and then Verhoff and then
Stenberg.
Stenberg. Right? Do you think that changes or?
I honestly, we were talking about this last week too. It all depends on who's drafting. You know, I just think right now Stenberg looks like such a polished player, so teams may go that way. But I mean, McKenna, man, the people have been talking about this guy for 3 years, so it's just gonna be, I don't know, man. It's hard to tell. I think you're gonna keep watching all the games as it's going on, the rest of the SHL, and of course, as we were talking about the record that he's trying to break in the SHL, and then in Gavin McKenna as well. I believe he just scored a goal today. He scored a breakaway goal. I think you're gonna have to watch the rest of the season and then see how it goes. I think it's gonna go all the way to the last game.
Well, it depends, right? Right now, it's what Vancouver has the highest odds of winning that first overall.
Exactly. So let's see. It's gonna be interesting. I have no answer, man. It's too early. I really thought the World Juniors was gonna give me a definitive answer. Of course, Stenberg clearly shows that he's much more polished. But at the same time, man, I don't know. It's just hard to kind of pick one or the other, especially when there has been great players that have played in the World Juniors that have performed poorly. But then when they came into the NHL, it was a different story. So you can't just use the World Juniors as in your draft stock. It's just hard to do that. Some players just don't play well.
Who do you think had like the best tournament in terms like Team Canada wise?
Oh, Brady Martin.
Okay.
I said it from the beginning, and I watched it till the end. I think Brady Martin was maybe one of the very few stories in my eyes that played well.
That's different for me because I thought Prek had a really good tournament. He set the record, I think, for defenseman.
Yeah.
Points from a defenseman in the tournament.
Yeah. No, he's a great defenseman. I don't know. Maybe it's just all the controversy too, and all the things that he said about Calgary, and then he was backing off, and he's saying, I guess he was saying the people that in the certain players in the locker room, I guess, told him not to really, give long answers or personal answers, and he was disagreeing on that because he's fully called it out. I think it was the beginning of the group stages, and then
I don't know. I think they need a shake
and then he backed off. He's like, "Oh, that's not what I meant, this and that." And I don't know. It's more of like, I don't know. Just too many distractions with this team. Team Canada. It didn't feel like they were playing for the country or anything. It just felt like Canada was another academy, like academy school. Yeah, where you're just trying to show the world that I'm great. It's about the name in the back instead of the name jersey in the front.
Yeah. Well, even a lot of people are gonna say, a lot of people are gonna criticize them, be like, oh, or just give them an excuse saying like, oh, Celebrini didn't go, Schaefer didn't go, what's the guy from Anaheim?
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Seneke. But
Seneke, and a lot of people are gonna use that as an excuse, but I think the team that they sent, it should have been good enough to beat anyone.
So
tournament.
That means you're saying that you have to say your absolute best of the best.
No, I'm saying
it's just you get what I mean. Like that's not. If that's what you're saying, that means the rest of the world has caught up to you.
I don't. Right? Well, a lot of people are going to use that excuse, but I think who we sent, but they should have won with that team.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of. We could talk about it afterwards, but there is a player that in my eye that a lot of people said that Team Canada should have brought, and then he never went up. But I'll talk about it later on because he's part of something else.
What do you think about goaltending for Canada? A lot of people are going to say that they shouldn't have started. They should have started George in that.
The Czechia game goaltending had nothing to do.
That's
with
what I was going to say. I thought he saved him, if anything, a bunch of times.
Yeah. Like, what was he gonna do? Like, they were just attacking. They were gonna eventually keep scoring. Yeah, it was nonstop. I was surprised. I was like, oh, I thought they would score a couple.
Tournament lived up to the hype. It was a good tournament. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that Finland-Sweden game. That was nail biting. Yeah, that game was great.
Especially because even in the shootout, it was back and forth, right?
That game should have been the finals. Yeah, that was a great game.
That was a good game.
Yeah, so I would say I think if it wasn't that game, maybe I would have kind of been a little sad. But
even the Finland USA game, that was really good.
Oh
Finland,
man, what am I talking about? That game was great too.
Yeah, Finland comes back and they tie the game.
Yeah.
Oh no, they took the lead and then USA comes back, ties it with like less than 2 minutes, and they go to OT.
That was great, man. That was such a great game. Yeah. I don't know. Finland, Sweden, both. I think they really, played really well. I mean, Czechia too, of course. But yeah, the world's catching up, man. The world's catching up. And when you start seeing the World Juniors, you're gonna slowly start seeing in the Olympics eventually. It's gonna take a little longer, but those players will start growing and developing, and they will be in the global stage. Global stage in the Olympics, and things will change, man.
No, it was good. It was very entertaining.
It was. So let's move on to the Leafs, man. They're 6-1-1 since Christmas.
I was gonna say,
crazy. They're averaging 4 goals a game.
No, it's nuts. It's like they woken up. Well, one thing I did notice is like Matthews, he seems a little bit fresh.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Maybe that time off kind of helped him out a bit. So that's the one thing I noticed. He's kind of back on track. I don't know if he's back on track to be still record-setting goal scorer, but
yeah, he has 7 goals, 5 assists. In that span since Christmas.
But it's not only the top line. Like McMahon's playing well now.
Yeah,
and he's had a pretty good December and looks good. Like
Willie was out. He just came back yesterday again. So that's the game, Vancouver, right?
And even Michelli, man. A lot of people were like, "Oh, Michelli, is he?" Thing. It looks like he's kind of found his spot now, and he's playing well too. Yeah. Goaltending's been great. Wool and Hildeby, the Beast, playing amazing too.
Exactly.
So.
No, it's honestly the goaltending is gonna be man. We have so many things to even unwrap, but they have what I think Matthews was averaging maybe 2 shots the entire season until Christmas holidays. Now for the last span, he's averaging 6 shots, and his career average is around 4. So he's shooting a little more than he typically does. But it seems like whatever he's shooting, he's getting it in. So that's kind of working out for them. But the Hildeby question, because Wall was in net against Vancouver and they won 5-0, right? 4-0 or 5-0?
And yesterday they won
5-0.
4-0, yeah. Oh no, it was 4-0 yesterday.
Was it 4-0?
I thought it was
5-0.
Okay, maybe they scored.
Yeah, I think it was 5-0. Yo, that game. So just breaking down the Canuck, man, there's so many things. Okay, what I was saying before was Wall was in net, played well. Hildeby's playing great. Now if Stolarz comes back,
who do you put in net?
And what are you gonna do long run?
Right, the hot hand. I think Stolarz.
So you're running 3 goalies?
No, so the way I do is I'd maybe give Stolarz a bit more break, let him rest up, because playoff time I think he's gonna be your number 1, right?
Yeah.
And I think for now, just ride the hot goalie. Like I don't think Hildeby's gonna be like. I think he's gonna get sent back down, unfortunately.
You think so? Man, I don't know. I think he's done everything to stay up here.
It's hard keeping 3 goals. Either that or they gotta maybe move Wall or something.
I think it's gonna be Stolarz, man.
Oh, you think they move Stolarz? But they just signed him too, right?
They signed him, but there are couple of teams that are desperate for goaltending.
Mm-hmm.
So
maybe I don't know. Do you want to keep him because he's been the most consistent out of the 3? I'm thinking the other route.
The problem with Stolarz, even before the signing, was he's averaging 33 games a year at best. That's the highest he has played. No, sorry, not average. That's the most amount of games he has played.
But even now too, like the modern NHL, most teams are running 2 goalies, right? And either way, like if you keep Hildeby or if you keep Stolarz, not Stolarz, Wall, you're splitting games between the two, right?
That's not even the question. Like we totally know they're gonna be running 2 goalies, but the question is, what 2 goalies are you gonna run? The thing is with Stolarz is that he can't stay healthy. So if you, let's just say hypothetically, you trade Wall away or you trade Hildeby, because dropping him down is a different scenario. But let's just say you trade one of those 2 and you got Stolarz. Do you have enough confidence that he's gonna stay healthy for the rest of the season, or at least even 75% of the season? If you have 2 goalies, think about it. If you had no Hildeby in this run before, and Wall was injured as well, and you would have been completely screwed.
They would have probably called back Reimer.
Right. I mean, he signed a PTO, right?
Yeah, with Ottawa, yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, I don't know, man. I just think in this span, Hildeby has done enough for me to have more confidence in him. Even when the Leafs were playing terrible and they're on the bottom, Hildeby was only one very few story that you could say.
He's pretty young too. He's what, 25-ish?
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah. I think he's 26. I think.
Okay.
And which is a good year for. It's goalies. Like that's when the goalies start, right? So I don't know. I think you should start entertaining it. You don't need to do it right now. You could do it all the way at trade deadline. But how you holding on to 3 goalies is tough. And sending Hildeby is just sending him down is just sends a wrong message. I just think he's done everything. He's playing really, really well. So yeah, that's my thing with the goaltending situation. But when it comes to the Canucks, I mean, you're watching the game. It just felt like they're still getting outshot. And there were a lot of, you could say, Canucks didn't really take advantage of their situation the first 12 minutes of the game. The first period, I felt like the Canucks were playing better. And then the Leafs just found their opportunities and scored goals when Vancouver was lacking in defense. Like they were not aware. I mean, the Domi goal too is just wide open.
What do you think about the fight even too? He took down 6, was it 6-5 or?
Yeah. And see, like Domi's turning it around now, right? Like he's playing well too. Like you're trying to see the entire team starting to turn it around. So there's two stories behind this. Do you think that Brube style hockey, like all the players have actually bought in now? Like they've understood. It took a couple of games as growing pains, and now they finally figured it out. Or do you just think this stretch is just sheer luck? That they're played like in this entire schedule, I don't think they've played a really good team. The only good team they played was the Islanders that lost to them. The rest of the teams have played pretty weak teams like Nashville and
But so you can only beat what's in front of you, right? But
yeah, of course.
But one thing too is like they're not just beating them; they're playing really well against these teams, right?
Yeah,
and so what? Like they're beating like Vancouver, whatever. Like it's so close this year in the NHL too.
No,
right?
I totally understand. But what I'm trying to ask you is, because I think a lot of people are going to look at this and get really excited. They're like, oh, we're not going to do a rebuild. This is what we're doing, right? This is how we're going. So are you taking this span since Christmas till now, as in the Leafs finally figured it out? This is how they're going to play moving forward.
I don't know. I think one thing about it is too is like they went through the growing pains earlier in the season. and now like something came out of it, right? Like either you crumble or you build and you figure it out as a team. I think that's what really happened, right?
Yeah, and even the Christmas episode we were talking about, like, who needs a break?
Yeah,
and we're like Matthews and Nylander.
Yeah.
Like, they really need a break, and Nylander just came back too. But Matthews does seem like he's more confident in shooting the puck. But as I was saying, the beginning of the year, I think it's going to be a lot of ups and downs. And now is the up, but just don't get caught up in the ups because the downs coming right after that too as well. It's just not going to maybe be as steep as the downs that came before. But as I said in the beginning, it's good. They're still going to make the playoffs.
The trade deadline's coming up. Do you think they make a big move or a splash signing or anything like that?
Well, the rumor was going on that a lot of teams are going to make the moves before Olympics. They don't want to wait till the trade deadline. They want to make it before the Olympics.
Not rush. And then if you have to, you have a little bit of time, right?
Exactly. So, I don't know. Whoa. So, we're watching the Boston-Pittsburgh game, 1-0, 10 minutes left in the third. That was so close. Pittsburgh's had a few chances of just tying the game up.
Yeah, feel good story, man. Skinner, great. Like last couple of games, been playing lights out.
Yeah,
it's like we said, he needed the break, the Christmas break, and he's really come out.
He lost like the first 3 games that he came and got traded. Yeah, right. And I was just like, oh man, all over again. But no, it seems like.
No, I think he has like a 920 something save, 921-ish save percentage. He's playing really well. Yeah, and it's like good for him. Like you feel bad, you know, like it's like his world got turned upside down. It's like, oh, he's just on a downhill. And yeah. Would he be able to come out of it? Yeah, that's good for him. Exactly.
Yeah, so I don't know. I still do see the Leafs, you know, they're going to be more like just up and down 7-8 seed, which I was saying in the beginning. That's kind of 7. Maybe max still be the third
spot.
Well,
they're what? They're 7 points behind, was it Detroit now?
Yeah.
For the division lead. That's what, 3 games-ish?
Yeah, I think they're like 2 points out of the wild card spot. Not that far.
So, but it's all so close, right?
It's so close, right? It's just like you lose a couple more games and then you're right back down again. So you're gonna see the standings moving every single game. It's gonna happen over and over again. But yeah, with Matthews, I made the statement with him not even being a top 30 player. None of that really changed for me yet. Like he has to really carry the puck, man. Like he hasn't had any wow moments. Even after scoring all these goals, I still haven't been like, damn, all right, he's back. Like he's done something crazy. Like nothing like that.
Going trade deadline, what do you think they need? Do you think they're going to be buyers? Sellers?
I will listen. I'm not one of those kind of guys that goes on the ups and downs. I will not rip on the Leafs when they're down. I'm not going to start praising when they're up. I'm always kind of like right in the middle. And I've said it in the beginning that this is the filth that they're living in, right? Whatever decisions they have made in the offseason and whatever they've been lacking, it doesn't matter if they're doing well or not. I think that they should just continue on
with what they have.
But the contracts they have running and they're not going to sign them. Just if you could trade them, sure, trade them.
Well, like we're talking
you're a little more still on the seller side than the buyer side.
Okay, I'm the opposite. I'm like same thing we were just talking about just now. You have 3 goalies. You're kind of running 3 goalies. Yeah, I think Hildeby's kind of shown me enough that he's gonna be your goalie of the future going forward. Yeah, you know what I mean. So like I said, I think they have 1 maybe extra goalie, and maybe you try and move that while they're hot for a piece, right?
I wouldn't trade Hildeby. I know it's a short amount of games.
But even with the Marlies, like he's like played really well.
Man, we're finally developing a goalie. I feel like he, old way as well. But like if we were developing a goalie and he's showing that, he's ready, then you got to put some trust.
The problem is we developed a goalie. It's just we trade him to other teams.
That's the thing, right? But now finally you got 2 goalies that you developed. I think you run with it. Yeah. And if Stolarz, if you get good value, then why not? Try to get something. Maybe some younger players. Why not? I mean, the rumor came out, right? You saw the St. Louis rumor for Braden Shen last year. Trade deadline. They were going to trade Cowan. They were going to trade Danforth. And they were going to give another piece to get Braden Shen.
I'm kind of glad they didn't do it because Cowan's been playing really well.
Dude, Danforth is I believe he's a first rounder as well. So, and Braden Shen, I don't know. Like, I mean, me and Armand talked about this months ago, but Braden Shen's not the same guy either. Like, I know, I get it. He brings leadership and he's clutch in the playoffs, but I don't know. That was too much. I think, and it wasn't even Traveling that actually said no. It was Armstrong. He's like, I can't do this deal. And he backed out. So this deal was a done deal. It was going to happen.
And he just backed out. Do you think it would have made a difference last year? Playoff time?
No, I don't think so.
I think Braden Shen does.
He's good. He's a great. I'm not saying he's not. I don't think that it would have solved any of the problems that they already had in the locker room. I don't think he could do that. I just think that was gonna be so much to give. Yeah, Cowan's playing well now. I actually said in the beginning of the year that maybe you should just keep him. You know,
Give him another year.
give him another year down there. But no, he's played so well that he actually looks like an NHL ready player now. He's a rosterable player. So and he's playing really well. It's very you could see him. He's noticeable.
I don't know. I was gonna talk about like the Jays. Like we're talking about off season and like moves the Leafs should make. Like it seems like there are two teams in Toronto. And, you know, Jays, like, they went to the World Series, and there's all this pressure. Oh, like, you know, will they be able to do it again? I thought they had a really good year. Like, I'm still not bought in yet. But it's like they're still trying to do something. Like, they signed the third baseman out of Japan.
Yeah.
And they got Dylan Cease from San Diego. And they're spending money making moves, right? And, like, what do you think about, like, the Leafs? Like, do you think, like, this is, like, contagious? Like, or, like, do you think, like, it's because for me, I'm like, you see one franchise and they're like trying, or like, you know, they see the fan base is energized and stuff, and they're trying to make these I guess like fancy moves for players.
Well, I think what came up was I think he asked his daughter too, and his daughter they chose from all the logo, and he's like, I like the Blue Jays logo. And
Okay.
he was like, I don't know if that's a joke or if he was being serious about it. But I think with the run that they made all the way to the World Series actually makes a difference, man. Winning, like, it's contagious.
Yeah.
The fact that they made it all the way there, and I think a lot of, like, in the global stage, everybody started watching, like, wow, like, this team actually looks like the real deal. So a lot of players do get attracted to that, say that maybe I'm the piece that if I go there and we can win it all. So if the Leafs could show that, at least make one type of run like that, then I think it's contagious. But you can't because it can't cross from one sport to another.
No, but the thing for me is like, okay, the Leafs, like, they won the Presidents, was it last year or year before?
Last year.
And you know, they're the best team in the regular season, and like, you think, you know, it'd be enough of a bargaining chip, but I think the problem with the Leafs is like with I think the cap has a lot to do with it as well, because like, you know, with like baseball, there's no cap. And like the Jays are top 5 in spending every year, and I think you have to be with the division they play in, right? You got the Yankees, Boston, and stuff like that. And we're like going off on a tangent, but I think that has a lot to do with it. But like the Leafs, the way they construct the roster is just too much.
Yeah, but even last year when they went all the way to, like, they were first place, President's Trophy and everything. Well, were they President's Trophy?
No, I think they did win.
No, yeah. Washington was President. They won first in the entire conference. They were just first in their division.
So then am I thinking I thought they won President's Trophy.
No, because the year before that was Boston. I think Boston.
I don't think. Florida. Boston.
No. So Florida won it the year before, but the year before that was Boston when they made that crazy run.
So then what would
Toronto never won the President's Trophy.
I thought we did. We had the best record, or was it? It was a close. Like, I think.
No, Washington. So Washington last year was.
No, I think that was 2 years ago.
No, man, I'm telling you, it was last year. I'm sure. No, you want to check? You want to check?
I'm curious now because I'm checking.
Yeah, check it out. But yeah, if we're gonna talk about just comparing with baseball or anything, I know President's Trophy, but it doesn't really hold anything. In hockey, if you even finish first overall, right? If you're first in the division, if you're first in the conference, yeah, it gives you an advantage in the playoffs with a schedule. But when it comes to other players or fans respecting you, no, I think. Even when the Leafs came in last year and they went to go play against the Panthers, people still had the Panthers as the favorite, right? To start it off, because
they had the highest in the Atlantic Division.
Yeah,
they're 3 points up.
Yeah, so the Capitals won, the Presidents, but yeah, I'm just saying when the Panthers played against the Leafs last year, everybody still had the Panthers as the favorite.
But even still, like, you think, like, okay, we're the only team that pushed them to, like, a Game 7, and, you know, we had the lead in Game 7, and you think it would be enough?
Yeah, but I think there's a lot of hockey knowledge, man. When they're looking at teams and the way they're built and how they play in the regular season, the Leafs play very differently when they play in the regular season compared to the playoffs.
Do you think like the media has anything to do with it? Like all the pressure?
No, I just think the style doesn't work. Look at the New Jersey Devils right now. They're imploding, completely imploding, right? Dougie Hamilton's a healthy scratch. Looks like he's going to get traded. All that disaster happened. They do run and gun. Sheldon Keefe's their coach with Jack Hughes and everything. Run and gun. And when you see that in the playoffs, it doesn't work, man. If teams come chip it in, you're forechecking, and you're on your back foot, speed doesn't work. You need other parts of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So New Jersey Devils play very similar, you could say, when the Leafs used to play like that. Very similar style. It just doesn't work, man. It doesn't replicate. No, you got to have like other cards to play. I think Paul Maurice does a great job with that. He knows what, how to kind of turn his team's philosophy. Okay,
Well,
let's
I don't
use
know.
speed. Let's
Florida, like
grit.
they just, like, the way I see it, it's just they just play like one way, right?
Yeah, but they could also turn it up too with speed, man. They could beat you with speed as well. It's just that they're not like built like that. Like that's not what they're known for. It's more grit, the way they play, the right way of playing hockey. But there are times that they could, not anymore. I'm not talking about this season. I'm talking about like last year or the 2 years that they won the cup. They could use their speed to beat you too, man. It's not that. You just underestimate them. They look slower than they are.
Well, I don't know. I think like one thing that they do is they just beat every team to a pulp, right?
Yeah. So it doesn't work. That's why I don't think it's the media thing. It's just that's why now like this brew-based style hockey, and if it's successful, you can make the playoffs. Yeah, this style works in the playoffs. Just depends on how much your players are bought in, and are the players gonna use that however they're playing now, and if they figure it out, are they gonna play like that in the playoffs as well? So that's the question. That's $1 million question.
Yeah.
It's always the question. Every year is the same question.
Same
right?
thing. Yeah.
Same question. So yeah, with the Jays, just going back to comparing the Jays and everything, no, they're finding success is because it's only to do with them. It's nothing to do with the Leafs. It's not gonna
translate.
It's not gonna translate. None of that stuff.
What do you think? Like for me, it's not really. It's just the philosophy of the backroom staff, right? Like you have one team that they're trying to, at least show the fan base that, hey, like, we're gonna be competitive. We're gonna go in and we're gonna bring these like big name players.
Listen, when
because even the guy they brought from Japan, I think he was like third, in like the international signings available, right?
It's the same question I would say
first,
when Washington finally beat the Pittsburgh Penguins to go for that cup run, right? And they won the cup. The Leafs have to either beat Boston Bruins, which beating them right now maybe not the same thing. With Brad Marchand gone, it's maybe a little different. If they could beat the Florida Panthers in the playoffs and maybe make it to the semifinals, then a lot of fans will start looking at them differently, or other players will start looking at them differently. Maybe they want to go there, but now it doesn't seem that way. It's just players come in and out, and people don't have good things to say. So that's the only thing, man. It's a different philosophy, different locker room. It's not even the same thing. You could tell how much fun the Jays were having. So that's where I'll kind of end it off with the Leafs.
I was gonna say winning is fun, right?
It is. It's fun for sure.